kids out at 18, or what's the appropriate age?
Oh, for me personally, I I think the reason why us as a culture are behind like we are is because we didn't get that head start like like the other race. You know, I've had a conversation with my neighbors, and these guys, I think I told y'all about these guys before. It's like 5 of them in a studio, but they are millionaires.
Right.
And it's like, I scratched my head.
I gotta see it to believe it.
Yeah, I scratched my head, and I was like, God damn, what? But then at the end of
niggas in the studio and they millionaires.
yeah, niggas million, they all already.
They
Own,
kids?
like five, they
They
got
own
$5
Radissons.
million a piece.
It's parents and kids.
I mean, they got a
No,
million.
these are all these are all they are brothers.
They millionaires.
They are brothers. Yeah. And my thing is, man, this world will eat these kids up if we let them out too early. You know, my dad, he was gung ho on cutting off at 18. That didn't cut me off at like 10.
Yeah. He really cut you off at birth.
Dang.
Fuck with you till you was 18.
Right, but that's how he felt. He was like, 18, and it's a lot of households that believe that. Man, as soon as you graduate high school, you get
You
them
really
outta
feel
here.
like so in our culture, you really feel like we pushing our kids
we
out.
push our kids
'Cause
out.
We have in the
I don't
past,
have
for
kids,
sure.
but I never was pressured. My old man say right now, you and your wife could come move in with me and don't pay
I've
no
definitely
rent.
seen it
Yeah,
a
you
lot.
got
Old man.
But I feel like the older generation parents weren't
Yeah.
pushing you out.
Well,
Yeah,
yes, they were.
yeah,
They
yeah,
were
pushing
the
our kids out.
shit.
No,
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 our
no.
generation.
scared.
So you said
The
older
older
generation,
ones
no,
were
no.
My
pushing
mama
their
didn't
kids
push me
out
but
for
she definitely
sure.
told me at 18, you got to go to college. You got to get up out of here.
But you gotta do something. You can't just lay on the couch.
Well,
I mean,
I had
but if you
to-
go
I had
to
to get out
school,
the house.
right? Oh, so you had to get out the house.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
She said you got to do something.
She probably would let me stay, but she
Yeah.
was like, you got to.
Work
And I
or go to
always knew I could come
school.
back too once I finish college.
Your old man, everybody know your old man is a great old man, man. You know what I'm saying? He took care, he brought kids in,
Yeah.
fed them every day off the street. So we know he a different nigga. You know what I'm saying? But I believe in that. I had a African homeboy. And
You believe in what?
what Demo was saying as far as
Oh.
our culture push him out. And,
Yeah.
But you're not doing
other
that. though.
coaches.
You're not gonna do it.
I'm not doing it. I think, because that's why I'm about to talk, nigga.
No, I'm just asking.
I had an African homeboy. He said that his parents let him stay in the house until he graduated college.
Mhm.
He got a full-time job. He had a certain amount of his savings.
Mhm.
And then he went out into the world and
Yeah.
did what he wanted
How
to
it
do.
is, bro.
So-
And
yeah.
so they family and his family, I think his mama was a nurse and his daddy was a doctor or something like that. But they could have, pushed him out. But they wanted him to stay home and build up his character and build up his money, build up his, so he credit.
Yeah.
We don't our coach ain't teaching about credit.
I was 32 years
They
old.
putting out, like you say, the older generation, they putting the
Yep.
names in the credit and using your credit for you even got the chance to use your credit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I just think the other coaches are encouraging their kids to kind of stay, even the Chinese.
It is.
Man,
first
can I
off,
say boom,
bam.
bam? The man mama was a doctor, lawyer, chemist, scientist. Yeah, you could stay in my house. But if I'm barely working at Fiesta and McDonald's and probably working at McDonald's, bro, I done raised you. I done gave you all I got.
Mhm.
It's time when I'm raising you, I'm preparing you for when you turn 18.
But
Right.
are
go
they?
to college or do whatever
That's
you
the
got.
question.
Hold on,
It's a different when you got different economics.
Let them cook.
I
Yeah,
agree.
if I demo money, man, you can stay as long as you want, as long as you looking for your dream. Yeah,
Yeah.
but if I got, hey, this old lady married money who's at the restaurant at McDonald's, who been trying to take care of her kids all the time, baby, it's time for you to go.
I agree. That's exactly
I done
what
did
the
my
difference
part.
is.
Let me enjoy.
But why is it time for you to
But-
go though? Why
Because
is it
I
still?
prepared you.
No,
to
you
go.
didn't prepare me.
No, I did.
All I did
18
was,
is old
No.
enough?
18
No.
is
Why
old
you
enough for
not
you to
still
go to
say-
college.
No,
Yes,
but I'm saying though, why you not saying? You saying it's time for you to go. Why you not saying? If you go, as long as you working and are going to college, you
gotta
can
be
still stay
productive.
here. Why you
Be
have to get out of the house and go try to be a grown up at 18 years old when I'm not prepared? I've been watching you struggle. You ain't been taking care of your shit, and now you want me to go into the world. You ain't taught me about credit. I ain't got no credit. I ain't got no financial stability. I don't have. I got to go out here now. I'm struggling at 18 years old to survive.
Yep.
well, I'm not talking
I might
about the
not be
one
the
who ain't
smartest
prepared.
kid
I'm
in my
talking
class
about
to
the
go to
ones who
college.
done struggled and prepared you for when you get old enough. Now I didn't help you with your homework. I didn't gave you this and that, but we struggling. Now it's time for you to go out and get yours. No, you ain't got to leave the house, but yeah, you got to get a job.
That's
and
what
help
I'm
you
saying.
pay
You-
for it.
But do I have to leave the house when I get the
You
job? though?
said you gotta go.
That's what you said, Mark.
Paul, oh, I
Yeah,
caught that last
you got to
episode.
go if you're not contributing to the
Well, that's-
household.
we agree to that.
Now that's different.
We agree to
You
that.
Well,
ain't gonna sit around
but
and be
no.
a bum. Yeah, I see what you're saying now.
I got
Okay.
a thing.
Go ahead, KP.
Well, no. So I was saying
Well, no,
that's.
yeah,
I
go.
feel like that's. Freeze! Don't start with me. I feel like that sentiment is what a lot of the older generation was feeling. Like, I'm a single parent. I got all these kids. You know, I didn't get any contributions from the fathers, whatever the case may be. And it's like 18, you got to go because I got other mouths to
18
feed.
more
I got like, you know.
Damn.
And granted, you know, you didn't have no control over that, but they probably been pinching pennies for 18 years. Like, you know, so it's like, all right, like if I could you could take care of yourself, I could finish, you know, whatever. I feel like that was their sentiment. I'm not saying it was right, but and it's understandable. But if I got the decision, no, my children would not be leaving at 18, because a lot of times in those situations, like you said, they're not preparing them.
And they become white in.
If you're
And then they end up
economically-
coming back while they're 25
Right.
or 30 because
And behind.
now
And they screwed up
Yeah,
all
I done
that.
lost
your
my
credit
appointment, your
behind.
credit
Now
messed
you ain't
up
got
and
nothing
all
to
this
do.
other
You
stuff.
Ain't nobody.
You
Now
had to
coming
move back
back-
in your mama house 2-3
That- 'cause they had
times
no
because you
structure.
weren't prepared.
It was just out
So
there.
I get it.
Eat
But I personally wouldn't kick my kids out. I feel like until they were literally prepared and they had savings.
What's the age for that?
So let me ask you. a
It's no
What's the
age.
cutoff age?
It's about when they're prepared.
So
It's credit. It's you gotta.
let me ask you economically sufficient guys a question.
Okay.
So your kids turn 18,
Right.
Right.
your son,
Mm-hmm.
and he graduate high school,
Mm-hmm.
and he's sleeping on your couch,
Okay.
waking up playing Madden,
Well,
That's
he
not
still
gonna
have his
happen.
room.
going back to sleep,
It's not
eating
gonna
a bowl
happen.
of cereal
I got an extra
that you
18
bought.
wheeler for that nigga.
No. I don't want to drive 18 wheeler.
That-
I'm gonna figure out my life in 3 years. Right now, I'm gonna eat cereal
No,
and
we're
play
not
Madden.
doing
No.
that.
I'm giving
You
them. I'm
can't get
giving them.
time
I'm
back.
telling them that option, nigga. You got to
Yeah.
go do something, or you
You
get out
still
the house.
set
Yeah.
standards.
I am
Well, that's what
doing
I'm
that.
saying,
If he a
Mark.
bum, if he trying to be, if he on that bummy shit.
No,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
But if he
You
going to
can't be
college,
a
trade
bum.
school,
No,
yeah,
no.
I'm threatening them with that option, nigga. You gotta get the fuck out. Me and your
putting
mama,
good
we
kids
done.
out.
Are you requiring your kids to pay rent while they stay with you?
No,
No,
absolutely
no.
not.
Nah,
Because they not
They
building up
didn't
their
ask to
own
be
savings.
here. I'm that parent that
contribute to the food.
I'm that parent.
Learn
that
how to pay a
understands-
bill so you can money
I'm
management.
that
I might do
parent
that. Pay your
understands you
cell
did not
phone
ask to
bill.
be here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna do
Mhm.
all I can to put you in position to win.
So what
period.
I will do is I would charge them, but I would
Good
save
sound
it for
like
them.
that.
putting it up for them.
So let
For
me
their
tell
down
you
payment.
something. When you said that, and I'm not trying to make this a sexist thing, as fathers, we probably won't charge them, but I'm gonna tell her, your mama say you got to pay.
Right.
I already know. Her mama
Yeah,
like
right.
she gonna be here, she gonna pay
Yeah.
something.
Right.
And I'm probably my mama only child who stayed in her house, who she made pay bills.
Mm-hmm.
I never still to this day don't
I pay
understand
bills,
why
bro.
she did.
I work for Fitwater Richmond, and Mama used to take like $60 from my check every time I got paid, bro.
Yeah,
I don't
never
know
knew
what
that.
it was for, but you
But
know,
all I knew is my two older brothers never gave her nothing.
well, they
Not
different
shout out to
niggas.
my two older brothers. But when I came up,
Yeah.
she made me pay. From when I got a job at 14 on up,
Mm-hmm.
she made me give her money.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well,
I- and
it
I-
wouldn't be for
reason I
bills
couldn't
though.
understand, man.
It
I
would
had
just
a
be
moment.
saving.
No, how did
Because
Mama
I
come? I'm about to
watched
have it
my
with you.
older brothers not have jobs and not give her nothing. But that's another reason I was able to leave the house when I
Mhm.
turned 18.
Right. Absolutely. Right.
Because I'm
You got
like,
your independence early,
right.
Yeah.
and you was ready to get up out that
I
motherfucker
was
because you was
ready.
like, "Hey, man."
And I'm supporting 10 people.
Yeah.
Right.
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 Yeah.
And what I didn't like about it when you saying it, and shout out to Mom Dukes, but like I say, she wasn't teaching you nothing in that. Like you wasn't saving. You wasn't. She was just,
That you owe people.
and she wasn't saving the money.
Right.
She wasn't putting the money up.
She was just like, you got a job. Give me
Yeah, and
But
that-
were times different when your older brothers were living with
It
her?
was same
Did she
struggle,
have more
same
money?
Struggle.
He said
The same struggle. Struggle.
Hey, same shit.
Well,
different,
dang.
different age.
Yeah.
Yeah, but them niggas
know.
was just different. Shout out to Big Bros.